wanted to give you an update on the chicks. They're growing up to be really big and strong. You can see they're putting on their feathers very nicely, and they all look super healthy. And so one thing that I did is I started to put their feed in one of these hanging feeders. Oops, one escaped. I started to put their feed in the hanging feeders. Come on, little chick. Because they were making a big mess. Come here. Come here, little one. They were making a big mess. And so I wanted to prevent them from splashing around in the pan. So I got this hanging feeder and I put the lid on it so they can't fly up and fall in. I also started them on their nipple water that they're going to see when they get out in the major pens out there, so that they get used to using it. And as you can see, they're already used to using it. I still keep the smaller water in there just in case some of them are a little weaker and need to still use that. But you can see that they know how to peck on those things to get water now. And two of the things that I do is I give them chick grit, which is essentially a little bit of a kind of a rock that allows them to digest their food a little better. They really don't need it with this kind of grain. This kind of grain is easily dissolvable. It's not like it's got seeds in it, but I want to give that to them so they're used to stocking that up in their gizzard. And when they get older and they start to get grains, they'll be used to having the grit in their system. So I give them that. And then the other thing that I do is I go out and I scrape some of the dirt around the chicken pen area where the chickens are. And I make sure, believe it or not, to get a little bit of the chicken droppings in that dirt. And I also give that to them like this. I'll just scoop it and put it in there. And that is so that their systems get used to the parasites that are naturally part of a chicken's system. They're called oocysts, I believe. And so when the chickens lay droppings, those eggs of the parasites are in their droppings. And unless the egg load becomes so severe that chicken starts to get problems, it stays in their system and just recycles. And so I want these baby chicks that came from another place to get used to that bacteria, that parasite rather, because they're going to be exposed to it when they get out in the chicken coop area later. So it's a way to get them acclimated to what they're going to be exposed to later, so that they don't enter that environment never having seen that or experienced it, and then they get really sick because they're not slowly acclimated to it. So I'll provide them with both things, and you'll see that they'll just pick around at it and play with it and eat some of it. And so it just helps their systems to get ready for when they graduate to the chicken coops. So as you can see, they're all very used to trying to make it up here to check out what's on the other side of the brooder box. They're all pretty able to do it, and they enjoy it. That's just a quick update on the chicks. They're doing well. In another few weeks, they'll be out there with the other ladies and gentlemen, with my other birds. And and you can see they're ready to go, man. They're telling me that they want to be out there now, but they're still a little too small for being exposed to my other birds. The other birds will peck on them and can hurt them. So I want to wait till they get a little bigger and then introduce them to my other chickens at that time. I'll give you another update in another couple of weeks, and we'll see how the chicks look then. So until then, take care. If you enjoyed this video, please give a thumbs up below. You can also check out one of my other videos here, and stay up to date by subscribing to my YouTube channel right here. Until next time, I'll see you on the ranch.